You're accusing me of committing perjury? Tell the American people how I broke the law and committed a felony.
Flashback.
You familiar with the Stu Peters? Does that name ring a bell?
Not off the top of my head.
Kash Patel, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Stu. Always love coming on your show.
Kash Patel is the FBI director. He's a vile, sickening, insurrectionist-supporting ghoul. A conspiracy theorist, someone who cavorts with Nazi-friendly, Adolf Hitler-loving, Holocaust-denying podcasters like Stu Peters, and then denies that, oh, who's that? I don't know who that is. What? He's wholly and wildly unqualified for the role he now possesses, but the reason he possesses that role is because he will enact retribution for Donald Trump. And yesterday in committee, when he was testifying, Madeleine Dean, Congresswoman from Pennsylvania, held his little feet to the fire. Brought the receipts. She tweeted this. Let me share this tweet with you. Today, FBI Director Kash Patel showed up to Congress with little understanding of his own administration's budget proposal, no clear plan on how to properly fund the FBI, and then lashed out when he was called out on his lies. He said he wanted receipts, so here they are. And in this tweet was a video of her saying this particular thing about his lies and about how he committed perjury. And he puts on a show just like all these assholes do, just like Brett Kavanaugh did, emulating the dear leader, just like Pete Hegseth has done time after time after time, after jeopardizing national security, sharing war plans with journalists, sharing war plans with his douchebag brother and his stupid wife. This is who they are. And they put on the show because it pleases the dear leader. It pleases the man at the tip top of the cult. But it doesn't escape us. We see what is taking place here. And thankfully, there are people, not just the younger members of Congress, but people who have been around for a while, who are also exposing this. This is the video that was contained in the tweet that I just read you. And it's fantastic. We need more of this. Watch this.
During your Senate confirmation hearings, you repeatedly denied having any involvement as a private citizen in the firing of FBI officials who engaged in the prosecution against January 6th insurrectionists, the violent rioters who beat and killed Capitol police officers, and whom you referred to as political prisoners. Since then, multiple whistleblowers have come forward, and we know that you likely committed perjury. At the same hearing, you claimed you were not familiar with Stu Peters, an anti-Semitic Holocaust denier, despite the fact that you appeared on Mr. Peters' podcast 8 separate times. 8 times, and you claimed not to recall. Mr. Patel, my second question is, should we worry more about your memory or your veracity?
We should worry more about your lack of candor. You're accusing me of committing perjury? Tell the American people how I broke the law and committed a felony. Have the audacity to actually put the facts forward.
Flashback.
You familiar with the Stu Peters? Does that name ring a bell?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you familiar with Mr. Stu Peters?
Not off the top of my head.
Clearly, Kash Patel is lying. Yeah, he absolutely does know who I am.
We'll put out, I'd love to put out this show. We just put out a link, and that's the whole point. Educate America on what we're doing and how we fight. And I'll be there with you, man, every step of the way.
Right on. Kash Patel, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Stu. Always love coming on your show. Thanks so much, Stu. Appreciate it. You've got a great show.
I gotta say, I love it. She's like, and you call them political prisoners.
Political prisoners.
A little bit of mockery goes a long way in my book. I'm a fan of it. I'm a practitioner of it. I'm the recipient of it. So, it's just the language we live in. It's the world we live in here, the language we use in that world. But the overarching element here is that he did lie. He clearly lied. what was that? And he's not even good at it. I mean, they want to emulate Donald Trump with the bold, just insanity of the lies, and then they're timid in their production of the denial. It's just, you got to get better at it there, little guy. Little Kash, little FBI director now. Good on Madeleine Dean. If you're in her district, you got a solid one here. I don't know the full scope of where she sits on the political spectrum or how she votes, but I can say this, that this is leadership, and minor disagreements, and I don't even know that we have any, can be navigated. When you're battling fascists, when you're battling liars and felons and perjurers, you need to do what you need to do. Anyway, what do you think about this? I would love to throw this to you. You can comment below and have a conversation in the comments. As always, I'm sure we can disagree agreeably. Try to do that here. You can also call the voicemail line. Leave me a fewer than 3-minute voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Please consider supporting this work if you're into it, if I bring you value on a video by video basis. If you watch my content at all, one, make sure you're subscribed. That's a big deal, huge in this moment. Trying to make this channel as big as possible. The bigger we are, the harder we are to mess with by the Trump administration and the fascists who want to shut us down and who oppose freedom of speech for the opposition. You can also click the join button below, become a channel member for $2 a month, or go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Also, Dollemore.com, we got all kinds of merch, t-shirts, mugs, conversations starting slogans on t-shirts and mugs, great. But also, we just published a children's book called The Grateful Child, practicing, preaching, teaching, highlighting gratitude, which I think is more important now than ever before. And you can check that out on the website as well, Dollemore.com. I love and appreciate you. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another. Many of you are aware that my dear friend and brother of choice, not of blood, Brett McAfee, suffered a near fatal medical emergency last summer while our families were on vacation in Scotland. I appreciate to no end the outpouring of support for Brett that you all gave. And I'm also very happy to report that he is safe and healing and working that long path of recovery. What I've probably not told you about Brett is that beyond being an excellent friend, he's also a talented writer. We have been the best of friends since we were kids, and I have been continually inspired by his creativity and by the truly singular take that he has on life. Over 2 decades ago, he wrote a poem called The Grateful Child. It's an acknowledgement of all the simple strengths that we tend to overlook. Written from the perspective of a young person, multiple grateful children express gratitude to their parents for the elements that make them who they are. The accounting of these everyday gifts inspires a clear reminder that we should not take anything for granted. I've shared Brett's remarkable poem with numerous people over the years, and a reoccurring response is that this should be a book. Well, we finally decided to listen to those people. The Grateful Child is not only a children's book for adults in your life, it's also an adult's book for children in your life. Everyone will appreciate its straightforward yet elegant celebration of life's little endowments. Click the link below to pre-order now, or simply scan this QR code and order your copy or copies today. But this being an illustrated book, we could not survive on the words alone. To pair with Brett's touching words, we searched all over for an illustrator who could bring The Grateful Child to visual life. We landed on somebody right here in the community from this show. Leah Farshid is an internationally acclaimed illustrator who, like you, is also an audience member. The moment we saw the first images that Leah drew to accompany Brett's text, we knew we had a perfect combination. It brings me tremendous joy to share my best friend's beautiful poem and Leah's spectacular images with the world. Everyone can benefit from The Grateful Child, just as I benefit from Brett's lifelong friendship. Share this beautiful book with your children. Share it with your parents or other relatives. The Grateful Child is an easy and exceptional way to show appreciation for someone in your life, young or old. Support someone you love and support this channel by giving the Grateful Child. Click the link below to pre-order now or simply scan this QR code. I am pretty sure your children need a copy. And your mom, your nieces and your nephews, your Grandpa Charlie too. Don't forget Grandpa Charlie. I think he'd love this. Make the Grateful Child a part of your life. It has been such an excellent part of mine.